Today we're looking at British fashion, specifically the 60s and 70s, and we're doing it through the lens of Brutus Jeans.
Yeah, the source we're using is Brutus Fashion, a photographic journey through 1960s and 70s British style. It's quite a visual look back.
Right, and our goal here really is to unpack how a clothing brand, Brutus, became this, well, cultural phenomena.
Exactly, how it reflected what was going on with young people, the music scene, social shifts in Britain. It wasn't just clothes.
No, definitely not. And it's funny, you think Brutus jeans, but it didn't start with jeans at all, did it?
No, that's the interesting bit. It kicked off with a single sweater design. Jeans came later.
Okay, so when they did expand, those early photo shoots, the source describes them as simple but striking.
Plain tees, jeans, really minimalist backgrounds.
Yeah, and that seemed to connect with younger people, didn't it? Like moving away from the older, more formal styles.
Absolutely. It was about authenticity, I think. A kind of rejection of fussy fashion. It was a visual cue for a new identity.
And that identity, it seems, got picked up by some very distinct groups. The source talks about mods and skinheads.
Right, two quite different subcultures adopting the same brand.
Which is fascinating. How did Brutus appeal to both the mods, with their sharp suits and scooters?
Yeah, the clean lines, the classic designs from Brutus, maybe slim trousers, simple knits. They actually worked with that mod aesthetic. It was smart, but maybe a bit more casual.
Okay, that makes sense. So what about the skinheads then? That feels like a different vibe entirely.
It really does. For them, it seems it was more about the ruggedness. The source points to the durable denim, the sort of no-nonsense style.
Right, practical stuff. Clothing that fits with that working class background, the shaved heads, the Doc Martens, that tougher image.
Precisely. And you see this reflected in how the photo shoots changed over time.
How so?
Well, they moved from those plain studio shots to using models who really look the part, the haircuts, the attitude.
Capturing that subcultural look.
Yeah, capturing a sense of belonging, maybe a bit of defiance. It wasn't just selling jeans, it was selling an identity, almost.
But it wasn't only these niche subcultures, was it? The source makes a point about its broader appeal.
No, definitely not. A big part of it was practicality. The durable denim, the fact that it was affordable.
Yeah, I found that bit about people wearing Brutus to football matches really interesting. It grounds it in everyday life.
Totally. And that's echoed in the photo shoot locations changing, too. You start seeing football grounds, pubs, just ordinary streets.
So it became part of the fabric of everyday life for lots of working-class Brits.
It really seems like it. It wasn't just a fashion thing in the high-end sense.
And then they got quite savvy with advertising in the 70s. Bringing in Adrian Lyne, that's a big name now.
Yeah, before Flashdance and Fatal Attraction, he was directing TV commercials for Brutus.
Wow. And the source says he brought a cinematic flair.
It suggests they understood visual storytelling, didn't it? Using that kind of talent implies they saw the brand as more than just functional clothing. They wanted to connect on a deeper level.
So pulling it all together, Brutus really was more than just jeans or sweaters.
Much more. It's like a snapshot of that whole era in Britain. The youth cultures, the changing styles, even just everyday life.
A visual symbol almost.
Exactly. The key thing to take away, I think, is how everyday items, like a pair of jeans or a specific shirt, can absorb so much meaning and become powerful symbols for identity, for movements.
That's a great point. It makes you think, doesn't it? What brands today might be doing something similar? What clothes are acting as that kind of cultural shorthand for us right now?
That's definitely something to ponder. What are the Brutus jeans of today?